We have seen the challenges faced by the business. We have also experienced how transaction processing system will work and seen how a particular item or a product moves from factory to retail store. We have also seen that a lot of systems are required on functional basis in any organization. Now, let's understand about few such systems like manufacturing, production and transport management systems. What do we really need in such systems and what will happen in such systems is something we are going to understand. So, this is manufacturing, production and transport management system. First is production operations management. This is also known as POM. We say POM, production operations management or production operations management system. This is responsible for process that transforms input and value added outputs. Some raw material will be converted into finished product. This is production. This will be done with the help of certain operations. So, production operations. And what are we trying to do is to manage this with the help of information systems. So, production operations management systems. Functional systems are there to enable certain things. So, functional systems enables the following things. What? Transparency. Everybody is in a position to know what is happening, where is it happening, who is doing, when I am supposed to contribute, etc., etc. So, being able to access current data to learn what is needed in order to make informed decisions without delay. I know what's happening, where is it happening, who is doing, what is needed. So, it's a well-informed decision which I'll be able to take. It enables us to give quick response whenever there is a need, exigency, because we are empowered with the latest information. So, we'll be able to give quick response, being able to respond appropriately to changes in the conditions, demand or new opportunities. In the diagram which we have seen in the last video, we have seen that even if a single item is being sold at the retail store, every unit is getting information because everything is connected with the help of information systems and RFID. So, even the raw material warehouse is aware that what kind of raw material has to be shipped to the manufacturing unit. Manufacturing unit is aware that what kind of manufacturing of the production has to be done in the next shift, and the transportation is fully aware what has to be transported from which point to another point. So, friends, this is POM, production operations management. What kind of processes and inputs will be converted into outputs can be understood with the help of this diagram. So, let's understand this diagram a little more. One, we have some environment within which everything is happening. What are the components of this environment? We have customers, we have government regulations, we have competitors, we have technology, we have suppliers, and this all is working in an economy. Okay. So, what are we getting as input? Inputs are, you may be amazed to know about certain inputs like capital, material, equipment, facilities like now you need air conditioning, you need power, you need washrooms, you need canteen. Supplies, you understand, consumables which we need to produce something. Labor, we understand. Are you in a position to understand the role of this knowledge? How to do a particular thing? a step-by-step process. This is also, friends, something known as input. Without knowing, you can't produce. So, this is also a very important segment which is being treated as knowledge. And then we have another input which is time available. How much time is being given to complete a particular action. And then energy, we understand the power or the fuel, whatever is needed for conversion, for processing. Okay. Then what is this transformation process? We say input, processing, output. So what is this processing? This processing is, friends, transformation process. What it does: alterations, transportation, storage and inspection. Okay, one by one. Obviously, alteration has to be done, some modification, alteration. This has to be inspected, it's going in the right direction or not. And after completion of it, it has to be shipped, transported, moved from the machine, from the floor where this transformation is happening to storage. So, internal transportation is also required. You need to bring the raw material to the machine or the place where this transformation will happen, and you have to take away the processed item. So, this is something known as transformation process. Then, what are we going to get as output? So, output is facilitating goods or services. Whatever we wanted to produce is now available. So, this is something known as output. The entire thing has to be monitored and controlled. This has to be monitored and controlled. Only then we will be able to get desired results. For every thing, whatever is happening, for every action, we are getting data. From every action, we are getting data. And on the basis of this data, we are required to take some action. So, action leading to data, leading to action. So, this is something like action, data, action. It's a interdependent cycle. Say, we are monitoring, we are getting finished goods information from here. We are getting a lot of external information from external environment. This is leading to monitoring and control. Now, after getting this thing, what are we doing? We are giving some input to the input area, input stage, which may be termed as knowledge also. Now, this knowledge you are in a position to get from external environment or the previous cycle which you have completed. So, with the help of this, you are monitoring and controlling. Similarly, when this transformation process is happening, you are getting a lot of data and you are responding with some actions on the basis of the kind of transformation which is being done. So, in this manner, friends, this production operations management takes place. After this, we move to the next part, which is being treated as transportation management system. What is this transportation management system? The way we move the finished products from factory to warehouse, from warehouse to retail stores and other intermediaries. So, this is something like transportation system. Let's see how it works. So, relied on to handle transportation planning, including shipping, consolidation, load and trip planning, route planning, fleet and driver planning, and carrier selection. One by one, what is happening? Oh, it's a huge activity. Okay, let me start backwards. Carrier selection. You're going to send by the lorry, by the ship, by air or what. Similarly, fleet and driver planning. Who will be driving and what kind of, say, vehicle will be used to carry this in this fleet. Route planning. Which route should be taken by the fleet, by the vehicle, by the lorry. Load and trip planning. how many trips will be required, and what kind of load may be given to a particular lorry. Then shipping consolidation. I need to ship X material from point A to point B. This is not enough for a lorry to carry. Few other departments or factories are also having such kind of needs. So let me do something known as shipping consolidation. So this all is transportation planning. This all has to be done with the help of information systems. Why this transport management system or TMS has gained importance in the recent years? So four trends contributing to TMS growth. One, outdated transportation systems need to be upgraded or replaced. The old lorries or the way we used to carry things. Then two, growth of intermodal transportation system. Road to water to air and so on. Then TMS vendors add capabilities. Now transport management systems vendors are also empowering themselves with new and new things. And finally, transport management systems handle big data. Now it's all about data, huge data about the fleet, about the lorries, about the cargo, about the aircrafts, about the ships, about the persons, and so on. So this all has to be matched, synchronized, so that things may happen at ease. And then friends, we have something known as logistics management. What is this logistics management? Logistics is moving material, individuals, or whatever is required from one point to another point, wherever it is needed and whenever it is needed. This is, in brief, I can say this is logistics. So, inbound logistics refers to receiving the material, and outbound logistics refers to shipping out the material. Inventory control systems are stock control or inventory management systems. Whenever you see that now you should replenish, you should bring more raw material, more commodity, more raw material to the factory, more finished goods to the warehouse. From warehouse, more finished goods should be shipped to the retail store. Then this is something like inventory control. In this logistics management systems, friends, we have optimized transportation operations. We have coordinated information systems with all suppliers. You can't own everything. You can't own aircrafts, or obviously you can't own the rail. Now you have to synchronize your goods movement with other carriers. This is something like coordinate with other suppliers of the carriers. Integrate supply chain technologies. They'll be having certain technology. They'll be using certain information systems. And are they compatible with your systems? They should be in sync with your information system, has to be understood. And then friends, we have synchronized inbound and outbound flows of material or goods. How you are taking goods in, processing or storing, and then taking goods out has to be synchronized. If your inbound flow is more than the outbound, then obviously either you will not be able to produce or you will not be able to store. And then finally friends, you have to manage distribution or transport network, which is going to help you in the process of taking finished goods from the production center to the consumption center.